Hi everyone, good day. I'm Usha Kesavan, and this is my presentation on integrated leadership. Before we delve into the presentation, let's talk about leaders. We all know of great leaders. We also know of not so great leaders. As consumers, citizens, and employees, we have leaders. In fact, some of you may be leaders in your own organization. We admire some leaders and we loathe some. Why do some leaders succeed and why do others fail miserably? When I picked this image, I asked my 12-year-old son, what did he think of it? And the first thing he said was, the man with the telescope is not working as hard as his team. He's not helping them. Which is true, but my 12-year-old doesn't know that that man with the big telescope has rowed this boat and many other boats for many years and helped his team succeed. And today, he is a leader, and hence why he is with the telescope. These are some of the leaders that came to my mind when I was working on this presentation. You may recognize some of them, if not all. Now, if we were in a classroom setting, I would ask you, what are the qualities of some of these leaders that you know of or you admire? Why did they stand apart from the rest? What did they do to make impact on their communities, the nation, and the organizations that they led? John C. Maxwell said, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." And to my mind, these leaders did exactly that. Before I came up with a model, I first had to look at my leadership assessment results. So the results were based on 5 areas: vision and mission, shared values, strategy, empowerment, and engagement. And I knew why I had to improve, but how do I achieve it? What were the techniques that I could use to help me improve in the area of engagement, for example? In the area of vision and mission, for example, whilst I communicated vision through my actions and I used it as my guidelines when making decisions, I energized my employees accordingly, and my behavior was consistent, I did a fairly poor job in communicating my personal vision to my employees. And I was also not recognizing the importance of innovative solutions. And in the shared values, I was able to communicate my values, my decisions were consistent, and I promoted alignment within teams and departments within the organization. And I also incorporated values in everyday working life. In the area of strategy, I was good at looking at the big picture, and I always gathered information before making a decision. I encouraged my employees to do the same, not to act on impulse and not to act on assumptions. Although I supported empowerment in my organization, it seems that I needed to do better in engaging in personal development of people around me. I also need to make sure that the process for collaboration of leadership are transparent to all employees. This is the area that I scored the lowest. It was good to know that I was using my power or my title as a leader responsibly, so I wasn't power crazy. So that was good to know. I also create a positive spirit among my employees, and I encourage others to voice out their concerns. So the 2 areas that I could improve was I needed to express my confidence in the capability of others. And I also needed to develop a referent power. The integrated leadership model that I have here is similar to the 6 core themes and practices of effective leadership theory that Gill discusses in his book. I've added 4 values, overarching values: responsibility towards sustainability, consumers, stakeholders, and employees. Every leader needs to remember that any decision that he or she makes will impact one or more of these groups. There's a huge emphasis about 5 competencies for leaders. But I believe communication is one of the key traits that a leader should have. If a leader is not a great communicator, he or she will not be able to communicate their vision, which would result in poor buy-in. They would not be able to share their values in a clear way. They would have difficulty in communicating their strategies, and they wouldn't be able to engage and empower their employees. The objective of my integrated leadership is definitely not to have a cookie-cutter leader. That's not how it works. We are all unique. We all have our own skills and abilities. Going back to my leadership assessment results, I will use my model and improve on the areas that I had low ratings and excel in the areas that I was already doing well. And about my short-term goal, as a mother of 2 and an employee, I'm keeping my goals realistic and achievable. So my short-term goal is to complete and graduate with honors in the Masters of Leadership and Organizational Development from SLU. Finally, let's always be mindful that it's not about the title, not about the big office, nor is it about the number of zeros in your paycheck. Leadership is about action. Thank you.